Building a dedicated home theater usually demands ceiling mounts, running wires through walls, and aggressively blacking out windows. The alternative is settling for a standard flat-screen TV that caps out around 85 inches, commanding a massive, permanent footprint in your living room. The 2026 ultra-short-throw laser projectors bypass both problems entirely. You place the unit directly on your media console, just inches from the wall, and it casts a 150-inch cinema-grade image upward. But the market has matured significantly. Manufacturers are no longer trying to build a single device for everyone. The hardware has splintered into highly specialized machines, engineered around specific viewing environments. Finding the right display this year requires looking past generic top 10 lists and matching the exact optical technology to how and where you actually watch movies. The most common barrier to projection is ambient sunlight. Most living rooms cannot be sealed in total darkness. The Epson EpiqVision Ultra LS800 tackles this environmental problem with sheer brute force. This unit pushes 4,000 lumens. That output cuts directly through afternoon sunlight, delivering a punchy, vivid picture even with the blinds open. This animation shows the structural difference driving that brightness. Instead of a single chip bouncing light through a spinning color wheel like most standard DLP units, the LS800 splits light through 3 continuous LCD pathways. Because those red, green, and blue pathways are processed simultaneously and continuously, the occasional color flicker or rainbow effect that some viewers notice is eliminated. Epson rounds out the living room experience by integrating a native Android TV interface and partnering with Yamaha for a 2.1-channel speaker system that delivers surprisingly clear dialogue and low-end bass right out of the box. While it trades the extreme color purism of triple laser models for raw illumination, the LS800 guarantees a massive, highly visible image all day long. The WEMAX S5 represents total geographic freedom. It is an ultra-compact, highly capable unit designed to fit inside a backpack. It separates itself from the flooded portable market through its software architecture. The S5 carries an official Netflix license, bypassing workarounds to run the native application. The crucial hardware feature is mapped out here. It accepts a 65-watt USB-C power input, meaning you can run this projector entirely off a standard portable battery in the forest. To achieve this form factor, you accept 1080p resolution and a 500 lumen output. The trade-off grants you a capable smart theater that operates completely independent of a wall outlet. Stepping into the 4K tier brings us to the WEMAX Nova Pro, an ALPD laser unit built entirely around spatial efficiency. This diagram illustrates the advantage of a native 0.231 ultra-short-throw ratio. With this sharp geometric expansion, the machine sits less than 20 inches from your wall while generating a 150-inch display. That massive canvas is illuminated by an advanced laser phosphor display engine, mapping 1.07 billion colors onto the screen while suppressing speckle artifacts. The software ecosystem runs the current Google TV interface with seamless voice search capabilities, while Wi-Fi 6 and HDMI 2.1 ports ensure high-bandwidth data transfers without dropped frames. The Nova Pro operates as the definitive bridge device. You get the frictionless interface of a premium smart television scaled up to a dedicated theater. For the cinema purist, the priority shifts from software convenience to strict optical science. That is where the NexiGo Aurora Pro enters the market. This visualization maps out ALPD 4.0 RGB+ technology. Rather than relying on a single beam, the Aurora Pro generates dedicated red, green, and blue lasers that converge into a single output. This tri-laser architecture allows it to reproduce 107% of the Rec 2020 color gamut. Because it exceeds professional cinema standards, natural greens display deep dimensionality and skin tones look lifelike. NexiGo pairs that massive color volume with Dolby Vision support. Watching high dynamic range content with proper frame-by-frame tone mapping is a rare technical achievement. The internal processing speed matches the visual fidelity, registering an 8 millisecond input lag and accepting 4K signals at 120 Hz. The Aurora Pro concentrates its engineering entirely on exact, highly responsive display hardware, tailored specifically for competitive gamers and home theater perfectionists. The current ceiling of the ultra-short throw market belongs to the Hisense PX3 Pro. It integrates the most advanced technical specifications into a single chassis. An onboard AI actively scans the frame in real time, recalculating the image to suppress noise and deepen contrast. Zooming in on the color data, it achieves a delta E of 0.9, mathematically indistinguishable from perfect creator intent. It requires zero manual calibration. The spec sheet leaves very little unaddressed. It outputs 3,000 lumens, supports Dolby Vision natively, carries an IMAX enhanced certification, and features built-in Harman Kardon speakers. It also secures Microsoft's Designed for Xbox certification, processing games at a highly fluid 240 Hz refresh rate to eliminate motion blur. Combining triple laser accuracy, algorithmic processing, and massive brightness renders traditional 85-inch televisions effectively obsolete. The era where selecting a projector meant compromising on brightness, contrast, or usability is fully behind us. Whether you require a licensed streaming hub that slips into a backpack or a tricolor laser engine strictly engineered for IMAX specifications, the future of massive visual media relies on precisely tailored light, rather than fixed heavy glass panels. The engineering has caught up to the ambition. Your ideal, uncompromised cinematic experience is already built, waiting to be placed just inches from your living room wall.